Hello everyone, welcome back to Atreyu Crochet. So in today's video we are going to be making another scarf, of course, because I still have a few more scarves to make for this season, or a few more tutorials to deliver to you. I told you I want to try to get 10 new scarves completed this season, so we're just trucking along. And today we're going to be using the moss stitch. So I think this will be one of the easiest scarf tutorials I have ever made, okay? Things you will need include a skein of yarn. This is a medium 4, which usually calls for like a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. However, I'm going to be using a 6 millimeter size J, and that is US because of my tension. You will need a pair of scissors and a darning weaving tapestry needle. Let's get to it. Alright, so we're going to start as always with a slip knot. Take the tail, wrap it around your finger, twist exchange, wrap it around your finger that way, pull this one over that one and off your finger, while lifting up on the one that's still on your finger. Insert your crochet hook into the hole and pull to tighten. So we are going to chain an odd number of stitches. We are establishing the width currently, okay? So however wide you want your scarf to be, just make enough chains to achieve that, but make sure that you end with an odd number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Let's see. 17, I like that width. Okay. And now we're going to work a single crochet into the second chain from the hook. This is the first chain from the hook. This is the second chain from the hook. So skip that stitch and go into the second chain, and we're going to make a single crochet like that. Alright, and now we're just going to put one single crochet in each chain across. Okay, I will meet you at the other side. Alright, because I created 17 chains, but I skipped one at the beginning, I now have 16 single crochets, okay? So I ended up with an even number of stitches, which is what you want, alright? So for row 2, we're going to repeat row 2 throughout the duration of the length of the scarf, okay? So pay close attention. It's very easy though. Alright, so we're going to chain 1. We're going to turn our work, and in the same stitch, which happens to be the very last single crochet of row 1, okay, we're going to go in there and we're going to put a single crochet like that. Now that we have placed that single crochet there, we're going to chain 1 and skip 1 and go into the next stitch and make another single crochet. And this will be the repeat. Chain 1, skip 1 and go into the next stitch and put a single crochet. Chain 1, skip 1 and go into the next one, single crochet. Chain 1, skip 1 and go into the next one, single crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, go into the next one, single crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, go into the next one, single crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, go into the next one, single crochet. And now we're left with just one single crochet on the end. We only chained 1 when we were skipping a stitch, okay? Well, we only have one stitch left, so there's no stitch to skip, and therefore we don't need to chain 1. Instead, what we're going to do is just put another single crochet in that final stitch. So you'll have, at the end of each row, 2 back-to-back single crochets. Okay? So now we're just going to repeat row 2 until we get our scarf long enough. Chain 1, turn your work. In that very first stitch where the chain 1 is coming out of, that's where we're going to put a single crochet, and we're going to chain 1. Right there is the next stitch, so that's the one we're going to skip, and we're going to put a single crochet in that chain 1 space that was created in row 2. So just go in the gap and put a single crochet. Chain 1, skip the actual single crochet, and then in the next chain 1 space, that's where we put our single crochet, and that's the pattern. Chain 1, skip that, go into the chain 1 space, single crochet. Chain 1, skip that, skip the 1, and then in the next chain 1 space, single crochet. chain 1, skip that, go into the chain 1 space, and make a single crochet. Chain 1, skip 1 in the chain 1 space, single crochet, and one more. Chain 1, skip 1 in the chain 1 space, put a single crochet, and then remember on the end, we always end with a single crochet. We don't chain 1 because we're not skipping anything. Just like that. So you may not be able to tell because of the color in this, and for this reason you can feel free to use a solid color, but this is what the moss stitch is going to look like. It's just really beautiful, right? Okay, but I think it's going to be beautiful with the colors as well. So continue doing this, repeating row 2 until you get your scarf long enough, and I will meet you at that point and we'll wrap up this video. Alright, so just like in last week's video, I'm going to demonstrate using a solid color, a light color, just in case the weird combination of colors throws you off. I'm sure the more advanced crocheters, you got it, you understand what's going on, but my channel does have a lot of beginners, so I'm going to demonstrate with this. You start by chaining 1, turning your work. In this very first stitch, or the very last single crochet of the previous row, the same stitch that chain 1 is coming out of, okay, that's where we're going to put our single crochet. So we'll slice the icing off the top of the cake, and because it's single crochet, we don't yarn over first. So slice the icing, yarn over, pull through to the front for 2 loops, yarn over, go through 2. Now we start the pattern. Chain 1, skip 1, so we'll skip that single crochet and go into this chain 1 space and put a single crochet. Chain 1, skip 1 and go into the chain 1 space, single crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, go into the chain 1 space and put a single crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, go into the chain 1 space, put a single crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, go into the chain 1 space there and put a single crochet. And then remember on the end, we don't chain 1 because we only chain 1 when we're skipping a stitch. We're not skipping a stitch, we're just going to put another single crochet right into that last stitch. So find the top, slice the icing off the top of the cake, yarn over, pull through to the front, 2 loops, yarn over, go through 2. Alright, so now I'm going to demonstrate how to end or finish the scarf. I'm going to finish it the way I started it, which is just to make a row of single crochets. Okay, so chain 1, turn your work. Like before, we will put a single crochet into that very first stitch, the same one that the chain 1 is coming out of. And then we're going to just put a single crochet in every single crochet or chain 1 space across. Okay, so no more chaining ones. All of our single crochets will be right next to each other. Okay, so this is the next stitch that we would normally skip, but we're not going to skip it. We're going to slice the icing off the top of the cake and make a single crochet. Here's that chain 1 space. We're going to go into the space, yarn over, and make a single crochet. Single crochet, chain 1 space, single crochet, single crochet, chain 1 space, single crochet. Okay, all the way across. Now I'm going to go back to the other scarf and show you how to tie in or weave in that tail. See you there. And then don't forget that final stitch on the end there, where you have to find the top. Okay, chain. So now we have our final row of single crochets made. We will chain 1. My yarn is almost done. You can cut it down. I'm just going to pull it through, and obviously I'm not going to weave in all this tail, right? So you can cut it down, but let me just show you what to do. For demonstration sake, grab your darning weave and tapestry needle, feed the yarn through like that. And normally you would try to weave in to the area of the same color, right? But the yarn is variegated and the stitches, the different colors are everywhere, so it doesn't really matter all that much. Just go in one direction, okay, through some stitches, and pull through like that. and then go back, taking a slightly different path in the opposite direction, essentially starting almost where you started, okay, in terms of the side of the work. And I like to go out the side of the work. Speaking of the side of the work, I like to come out the side. That's just my personal preference. Okay, like that. And now, see that loop, make sure you pull it all the way through so it's flush. Okay, and now I'll just cut it down like this. Alright, and that's it. Okay, so this is the scarf. Let me zoom out and I'll show you the finished product. Alright, you guys, so this is the finished product. Isn't it beautiful? I love how, you know, the random changing of colors created, you know, patterns in certain parts of this scarf. Like, it just so happened that the orange appeared in that line, that place in the yarn, and created a line like that. Isn't that really cool? And you can find, you know, other patterns here. It was more of a group, but notice that this group of orange was in between these two lines of orange. It's just really, really cool. Okay, so yeah, this is the final product. This is the moss stitch. It's a very, very easy stitch, but also a very, very beautiful stitch as well. So I encourage you to definitely check it out and make your own scarf. It's really like stretchy too, which is really cool. Okay, alright you guys, that's going to be it for this video, but you know I'll see you in the next one. In the meantime, happy crocheting! And just in case you were interested in what yarn this is, Neons, love the sharing. Just the information, and then that's even more information for you. Alright?